it's a new day and welcome back to my channel. I thought in this video I would take you guys along, summon up some motivation for myself, but hopefully make it be a little bit contagious and pass it on to you guys. So this is kind of a spring cleaning video, more of a spring reset. It's definitely not all cleaning. If we're just meeting for the first time, hi, I'm Megan Fox. I'm a mom of 4. My oldest is 7, my youngest is 1. And as you can imagine, a mother's housework is never done, but we can still try to stay on top of it. And I decided I just needed a little kick in the pants and I needed to get going because I've had motivation. I've just not had any like real aim, or I just need to sit down and do a brain dump. And when I do that, I like to use my reset printable that I have on my website. This is the spring version. I have several of them on my website, but I printed out the spring version with a pretty little bouquet here. And the acronym that I use whenever I'm doing a reset or just to collect my thoughts and everything is PREP. P-R-E-P-P. So it does have the extra P there, but that stands for project. I have a couple projects, but I'm not sure what I will end up showing in this video. I want to house clean our bedroom. By the way, clearly it was hair washing day last night. My goodness, my hair is to new heights. Goodness. Anyway, R is for routines. I just like to think of any routines in my life that I need to adjust or add in, you know? Making things automated is always smart. And I don't know if this fits into routines or not, but I do want to start, I've been cleaning up our diet. I've been cooking more from home, things like that. And something I feel like I can do better in for sure is the bread baking department. So in this video, I'm hoping to show you guys how I grind my own wheat berries. So that's my routine I'd like to add in with just baking bread every week and not having it be this big mental project in my head that, oh my goodness, this is gonna take a long time. I just kind of have it meld into my routines that every week I bake some homemade bread, you know? At least that's the goal. And then for E, it's any errand running you can think of that you need to do. I know there's always something you're putting off. Right now for me, that is jeans. My boys, I get the Cat and Jack brand jeans from Target, and they're really good on if they rip a knee, they will replace them. And I have currently, I think, 6 pairs of jeans that need to be returned, replaced, whatever, and I've just been putting it off. For paperwork, I'll probably do this Sunday afternoon, but I need to sit down and order my 1-year-old's baby book. He's 1 year old now, and I need to get that printed or it's just never gonna happen. And then for personal, this is where I like to add in, maybe I wanna be more faithful with my devotions, or I want to include a new habit in my life, like doing my skincare every morning or whatever. But for this little spring reset, I don't have much of anything I really wanna add in new, but I thought I have an order coming from Inherit. It's a bunch of spring dresses and I don't need to keep all of them, but I wanted to share them with you guys and show them to you. So that will be my reward at the end of this video. If I can get a lot of things done on this list, hopefully all of them, we can do a fun spring try on together. So stay tuned to the end and you guys can help me pick out your favorites. So with all that being said, I think I'm gonna get started on styling these shelves for spring. As you can see here, it's very neutral. We just have some trees that gotta go, some magnolia leaves that are shriveled up and dead, and just add a little bit of spring touches in there. And the same with over on this side. We have evergreens, we have ornaments, we have a snow globe, some trees. They gotta go down and I need to replace them with something a little more springy, but let's be honest, I don't do a ton of spring focused decor. I just do like any time of year decor and it stays up till the fall. So that's kind of what we're looking at today. So let's get started. Grab your own to-do list, print out that printable. It's on meganfoxunlocked.com. Make your own little brainstorming list and let's get going. It is hard to stick at a project when you have small children who are constantly in need of our attention and our help. And I just wanted to let you know that my cousin Jana and I recorded a podcast just a week or 2 ago. You can go find it on Honey I'm Homemaker here on YouTube. Look for the one called Spring Cleaning Your Life. And in there, I have an entire section about ways that I feel are helpful for young moms with kids trying to get projects done. It can be done. It does take a little forethought. It takes a little planning, and it takes a little proactivity, is that the word I'm looking for, to make it happen. But it can be done. And if you find yourself in that stage of life, I think you'll find that podcast super helpful. But after putting away my winter decor and cleaning, it was time to pull out my all around year decor. I wasn't super excited about this. I felt like there was a lot of pieces missing, but I didn't feel like I should go shopping before I at least try to make what I have work. So I put everything out, and even though I wasn't super excited about most of it, I now can see where the holes are, some things that I need. I can see I would like to add a little color. Feels a little too muted for me. And yeah, I know what I'm working with, and I can keep my eyes open as we're coming into garage sale season. I love going to all the older people's garage sales. That's where you can find really cute shelf styling options. Or of course, there's Hobby Lobby and At Home, the places like that. So even though I wasn't 100% satisfied with the results, I was glad to have it done. Okay, I would say I'm 99% done. I just did not carry the bins back down to the basement again. I'm just gonna wait till Josh gets home and be the passenger princess and get him to do that for me, because why not? Love him for that. He'll do it in 5 seconds. But the kids are down for their naps, and I've been inside a bunch today, and it is beautiful out there. So I'm gonna make myself a special drink and go out in the yard and just put my face in the sun for a little bit before I have to get back to working. So we're gonna experiment together here and see what we think. But I'm starting with lemonade. And then this is like the fancy cold pressed orange juice. And then in here I have a half a cup of warm water, and this is where you guys get skeptical. I'm gonna do some matcha powder. This is gonna be a matcha lemonade. And I know so many of you are like, ew, disgusting, matcha, not good. But I've been told that like Starbucks, they use really bad matcha. It's not ceremonial grade. This is really good stuff. I'll link it below, because apparently some taste like grass, and this does not. I didn't even know I liked matcha a month ago, and now I'm just like in love. I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon of matcha in a half a cup of warm water, and I'm just gonna use my frother here. Froth that up really good. Honestly, it doesn't smell the best, but don't worry, trust the process. And then since my orange juice wasn't sweetened any extra and matcha needs sweetness, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of honey, and hopefully, since that water's warm, it all blends up nicely. I wish I had some mint simple syrup. I've been seeing that people do that too. But anyway, you ready for the pour? Here we go. Beautiful. Oh, that's so fun. Too bad you have to stir it if you want it to taste good, but that is beautiful. By the way, this cup, Dollar Tree. Okay, I'm a little nervous. It looks very refreshing. What am I tasting? Very good, very light, very refreshing. It's not crazy sweet. I hardly taste any matcha, to be honest. It has a little bit of like that jasmine flavor in it, but maybe next time I make it, I'll up the matcha a little bit. But that is so good, and matcha is so good for you, and there's some actual caffeine in there too. Not that caffeine really affects me, but I would call this a win. I'm gonna keep dabbling. I like the honey in it. I wasn't sure. I'm not always a honey girl. But next time I think I'm gonna do this and make a mint syrup, and I have a splash of that in yet. How good would that be? So I give it an 8 out of 10. I'm also going to take my vitamins for the day. They are a liquid. Boy, that is orange. By the way, my hair is crazy today. I know it's just because I washed it, but I am 1 year postpartum exactly. And so I feel like all the hairs coming in, or they're like, what do you do with them? They're kind of long, but not long enough. That actually tastes great. But these vitamins actually are what help me with my hair. They're the Mary Ruth's liquid multivitamin. It's the peach mango flavor, and it has Lustreva in it, which helps with your hair growth, which I've always been trying to regrow hair. It feels like in the last 7 years. I'm always pregnant, not pregnant, pregnant, not pregnant. Anyway, so this stuff has been helping me out. Also, I know there's a lot of options out there for hair regrowth and stuff, but what pushed me over the edge with this is because Lustreva is clinically shown to improve wrinkles and fine lines as well. And you guys know I'm all about skincare, and I'm now in my 30s. I hate to say that out loud, but yeah, it supports healthy skin, hair, all of that. So I try to take this every day, keep it in my fridge, very easy. My kids are actually who started using Mary Ruth's first, because I've been giving them Mary Ruth's vitamins since long before I ever worked with Mary Ruth's, and I love their gummy line. They have gummies for everything. They take a multivitamin, an immunity gummy, and also a probiotic, which I will continue all of those into the summer and maybe drop out the immunity gummy depending. We try to do more fruits and vegetables in the summer locally and all that stuff, so I might drop that one, but the other two I give year round. My husband takes their vitamins as well, the biotin, the men's multivitamin. They have something for everyone. In fact, now they have like menopause and menstrual support gummies. There's so many amazing ones out there. What I love is that you know they did their research, you know what you're getting, and everything is very clearly labeled. It was started by a mom who was frustrated with the vitamin industry, and yeah, Mary Ruth's is part of our routine. It has been for years and years. So right now I have a new code for you guys, which is super exciting. I will put it here on the screen, and that will get you 20% off of your order either on Amazon or their website. I always promote Amazon because that's what I do. I use this code too. When I go on Amazon, I just click on the promo code field and type that in, and I save a ton of money. So it's awesome. High quality vitamins at a really good price. So thank you, Mary Ruth's, for partnering with me, guys. Try them out, shake it up a little bit. I know that you will be happy with Mary Ruth's all around, not only their price point, but their ingredients as well. Good morning. It is only the next day, but today could not be any more different than yesterday. It's rainy and drizzly. I was actually out this morning. I met a friend at the playground. There's an indoor playground close by, and we just hung out for a little bit. I was planning on baking bread, and I was like, you know what, it can wait 1 hour. That's the hard part with trying to get things done, doing resets, and you really can't get a lot done if you're leaving the house all the time. So anyway, I did tell her I wanted to push my baby's nap off. He's transitioning out of taking 2 naps a day, and so I thought going to the playground might actually be a good thing. So he's currently taking a little cat nap now to try to help him get to his evening nap. But I wanted to bake bread today, and this is actually part of my cleaning up my life part of things. I get sourdough bread for my sister, so I don't really need to worry about like sliced bread, but we eat a lot of rolls around here. Like we'll have sloppy joes and sausage sandwiches, hot dogs, like different stuff like that, and I'm just buying the bread. And so I wanted to find a roll recipe, and I found one on Instagram. Her name is Homemade for Hosting. She's a Mennonite. I think she lives in Florida, and my friends all recommended her recipe. They said it's super good, but it takes white flour. Now, I've done a ton of research, and I want to grind my own wheat berries. I've done this before, and I just really love the idea of having all the nutrients in my bread when I'm eating it, so it's not just like a dead food, you know? And so I bought this grain mill last year, and I've used it a couple times, but I really need to use it more often to make it worthwhile. And so it's really nice. It just attaches to your KitchenAid mixer, and you can find these on Facebook Marketplace, different places like that. I just decided just to buy it new because the ones that I was finding on eBay and places like that were not that much cheaper, honestly. So I decided just to get the new one, and it fits right here on the front. There we go. Struggling a little bit there. And then I got, this is hard white wheat berries from the Mennonite bulk food store. It's called Glenwood, and it looks pretty much like rice. That's kind of what it looks like, but these are the whole grains of the wheat. So what I decided I'm gonna do is some simple substitution math, and I'm gonna figure out how much, like if I was baking these just from scratch, like I normally would with my white flour, I'm gonna figure out how much it weighs per cup, because this recipe is in cups. I'm gonna use my handy dandy kitchen scales here, and I'm going to use a bowl, zero it out. Okay, so that's 152 grams. And then I need 6.5 cups flour. So 6.5 times 152 grams equals 988 grams of flour. I'm gonna zero it out. Yeah. And we're gonna get to 988. Whew, okay, that's much. I thought we did 988. Might as well be precise. 988 grams. Okay, so then the idea is I'm going to take these wheat berries and I'm going to grind them, and this should be exactly the amount of flour I need for my bread. And you want to mill this fresh because it immediately starts losing nutrients as soon as you grind it. So, and it also doesn't store super long. Okay, while that is grinding my wheat, I'm going to let my yeast mixture sit here. And I like to work with yeast because, I don't know, it's just easier, and I haven't really found that we have a problem with it, you know. We don't have any trouble with gluten here really at this point. I'm adding sunflower lecithin. Her recipe calls for it, but you can leave it out if you don't have it. I actually bought it because my friends recommended it. Apparently it's like a natural preservative that keeps your bread soft for a longer amount of time, and I want to freeze half these rolls, so we're going to go with it. It actually is supposed to help with milk supply if you're nursing and things like that too, so fascinating stuff. I'm just going to whisk this together so the yeast can start being activated and finish grinding my wheat. It's taking a little bit. Done. That took about 10 minutes. Wow, I forgot how long that takes. And the machine is definitely a little bit warm. A beautifully milled flour here. It's just so ever so imperceptibly more coarse. When you use freshly milled wheat, I've read that you need to let the wheat soak up the moisture first. So I'm just going to incorporate the dry flour in until it's like one big ball. It's not going to be perfect or anything. And then I'll let it sit for 10 minutes to give the grains time to soak up. Then I'm gonna knead it for 6 to 7 minutes like the recipe says. So basically the only adjustments I actually made to work with freshly milled wheat is to figure out the weights and then to let it sit a little bit. Okay, so here it is. So I'm gonna let it sit here for about 10 minutes so that it can soak up all the moisture it needs to, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna change looks at all. It already looks decently dry. We'll see. And then 6 to 7 minutes of kneading. What they don't talk about when you're cooking with freshly milled flour is the dust. Like my phone surface is just slightly like a layer of dust. There's just a layer of flour on everything, just very fine. You can't even see it, but if you touch it, then it comes off on your finger. I think dinner rolls is a great start. I would love to use these for lunches for my kids. I make them little mini slider sandwiches in their lunch usually, like every other week. That's what they'll have for the whole week, with turkey, cheese, lettuce, and then I use the potato rolls, the little sliders. So I would love to be able to do my own rolls, especially since my friend said these keep really good in the freezer, so I could just pull them out. It'd be wonderful. So it's been about 10 minutes. I'm going to drop the hook in, and I Googled it. It said, according to KitchenAid, the recommended speed to knead bread is on 2. So we're just gonna put it on 2. And I'm gonna set my timer for 6 to 7 minutes. I guess we'll do 6 minutes since it already was kneading a little bit. And we'll go from there. Okay, I'm gonna do the last minute with my hand here. If you're wondering what it looks like, it has a very nice structure to it. I mean, it's definitely staying together. It's not too sticky at all. I'm almost wondering if it's gonna be too dry, but we're gonna try it out. At the end of the day, it's gonna be bread. The question is, will it be good or not? But look at that. It's like very dense and elastic. I wonder if you can't just substitute one for one, like Lisa was saying. I wonder if you have to do more water. We'll see. We'll see. We're gonna keep going here. We're gonna trust the process. Trust those who have gone on before. I thought this was too dense. I thought it was not gonna rise well at all. 45 minutes later, look at that. Okay, we have to get the punch shot. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness.
Eat it. Taste it.
Taste it? I guess you can taste it, but there's raw egg in it, so I don't think it's gonna taste good. You have to bake it first. Oh my goodness. Okay, well there it is. Okay, the kids are down for their naps. The rolls are doubled in size, but I forgot I wanted to change out. If you guys watched my cooking video I put up just a couple weeks ago, you guys should definitely go watch it. Some of my absolute favorite recipes. But in there, you probably saw my oven liner. It was looking real shabby. So I'm gonna pull this out here and change it out. But I don't think I've changed my oven liner in probably over 2 years. So it's about time. We are doing some spring cleaning after all. But I'm not spring cleaning my kitchen because this kitchen, Lord willing, will be no more in about 3 months. Here's the rolls. I'm gonna put them in and I'm gonna use a thermometer. Okay, when the internal temperature reaches 195, it is done. So that'll make it easy. It should take about 11 minutes. So I'm gonna put the timer on for 10 minutes. I'm excited. Okay, here they are. They did take a little longer to bake than what her time said, so I'm guessing, yeah, I'm not sure why that is. And the one pan got dark on the top and the other one did not, but they were both done, so I don't know, it is what it is. So here is a roll. This is what it looks like. My sister-in-law, she is so crafty, and she gave me this whipped honey. So I'm gonna put this on the warm bread. Oh man. Okay, here it is, let's try it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm sure it's gonna be good. It's warm bread, like yay. But let's see if it's anything special. All I'm tasting is the honey. Okay, I'll try the bread with just a little normal butter on it so I can get a feel. It definitely has more of like a, I was gonna say oat, but I guess this would be wheat taste to it. It's good. I'm curious to see what my family thinks. I will definitely make them again. The key is gonna be to see how they freeze. I don't think I would serve these to guests though, just because they're not like the fluffy white dinner rolls that you'd expect to have when you have a fancy sit down dinner, you know? But I am very excited. I think this is the next step in us cleaning up our diet. I'm on a journey to substitute out processed foods for homemade things without having my family sacrifice or suffer in any way, without them even knowing sometimes. So I'll be interested to see if my husband thinks that this is an upgrade or not worth the time, because yeah, it did take me all day long, like just off and on in the midst of my other work to get it done. So yeah, we'll see if it sticks. Good morning. Today is the day I'm going to be house cleaning my bedroom. Like I said, I haven't really deep cleaned it in 2 years. Maybe that's like saying too much on the internet. But I mean, it gets cleaned. It's just, I haven't really done the ceilings. The ceiling fan's been done here and there, but like I want to try to get a bunch of things done at once today. There's just dust bunnies. I have black metal side tables that are absolutely gorgeous, but they show dust like crazy. So I really want to get those good. I want to clean my lampshades really well. Right now I'm actually using this little guy to shave off the headboard here. Clearly our pillows are rubbing against the headboard and just making little pills on the headboard. And this thing takes them right off. It's so fun. I actually think I'm going to get my 3-year-old to do it. He would enjoy this so much, and he really can't, like, there's no real margin for error. It's gonna be fine. But oh, so satisfying. Ooh. See that? All the fuzzies.
Every day isn't shining like today. Beauty rising, I can say I have seen mountain highs and some valleys. Yeah, I've shouldered some baggage, felt the weight of some burdens, carried shame, cried in pain, took the lies and put them on me. I will leave it at the altar, God. I leave it at the altar, God. I leave it at the altar, God. Oh, I will give you everything I've got. Oh, I surrender all and leave it at the altar, God. Oh, yeah. shining are the visions that I've seen and I've held on so tight. Turned out they were holding on me, on my skin, digging deeper. All I saw in the mirror, I had to learn. All I wanted was always there, deep inside me. So I leave it at the altar, God. I leave it at the altar, God. I leave it at the altar, God. Oh, I give you everything I've got. Oh, I surrender all, yeah. Leave it at the altar, God. Oh, I give it all away. I give it all away. I give it all away. Oh, I have my heart today, all my hopes and dreams. It's all yours to take.
I look beat. But my room literally looks and smells like a hotel room. It is so pretty. I love it. It's like one of the rooms that's actually really gratifying to clean. I was very grateful that Josh helped me out. It didn't actually take me all day. I worked on it about 2 hours in the morning, and then Josh came home now. We did it in about another hour. So about 3 hours, and that was with a 3-year-old involved some of the time. But the only thing that I really didn't do is I did not wash the curtains. Ooh, I just hit my 10,000 steps. That's actually kind of late in the day for me, but anyway, what I did to the bottom of the curtains was I just kind of vacuumed them off and fluffed them up, and they were not dirty at all. And I just love how the pleats stand, and I didn't want to mess with that. And let's just be honest, I didn't have it in me today, so I think it's fine. I don't think I really compromised. They look clean, they smell clean. But the one thing I do need to do yet is this tree over here. It is still covered in dust. Every single leaf, when you like brush it with your finger, you can see it changing colors. Like you can see the layer of dust coming off. So I decided on a warmer day when Josh is washing vehicles, I'm gonna take this outside. I don't wanna pressure wash it. That would be a little aggressive. But spraying it really powerfully with the hose I think would be smart, and just letting it air out a little bit. Other than that, no stone was left unturned. I feel like everything is so fresh and clean and new again. This is Old Line Candle Co. room spray. It smells so good. It's the Oasis scent, and I get it at Cacalico Creek Home. They actually furnished my whole room for me. They came in, and I have a whole video about it. They styled it for me, everything. It was so fun. I mean, it was a little bit of a collaborative effort, but I would give them most of the credit. So pretty much everything here is still pretty new yet, and you can still get a hold of it at Cacalico Creek Home if you're ever in the area. It is so worth the drive. So yeah, I feel like this is one space in my home where I'm like 100% happy with it. There's not a lot I want to change. Someday I might add some color in it, but honestly I'm loving the sereneness of it being pretty neutral. I do have some green in my bedding and some stripes, if you saw that a little bit closer up, and you know, some muted colors in my artwork on my gallery wall. But honestly, it's very calming. I love coming in here in the evening, especially with like the lights dimmed and then the lamps turned on. It just feels so cozy. I'll give you a couple of night shots here to round out our evening because I am ready for a shower. I myself am feeling rusty, crusty, dusty, musty. Another day, another project. If you haven't noticed, I'm doing like one thing a day. These people that film like a get it all done with me in a day type videos, never gonna be me. I spend the morning doing like the normal daily housework, laundry, dishes, all that stuff. And I have a project time right about now, this time of day. And so today's project was to go through the boys' jeans, and I wanna go to Target after the baby wakes up from his nap, because I get the Cat and Jack brand jeans, and when they get holes ripped in them, they will replace them, which it's just a vicious cycle because I am sitting here on the floor with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs of jeans. This is every single pair of jeans in the house actually that we own, and they're all ripped, every single pair. So I'm looking at my receipts here online, and I'm gonna try to not exchange or return them. They will replace them, which, like I said, is just a vicious cycle. Let me know, is there a place that has affordable jeans that don't rip? Because yes, they're affordable, and I just keep replacing them every time they get ripped knees, but it's like not fun, you know, to backtrack and find your receipts and all that stuff. Hi, baby. Do you have ripped jeans on too? Do you have ripped jeans on too? Yeah. What do you have to say to the people? Hot. Yes, that's the only word you say. Hot. Why don't you start saying mama? Say mama. Dada. Oh, okay. I haven't really gone to Target in a long time, and I have kind of a list of things I'm looking for, so me and 3 little boys are going on a Target run. Yeah, it's very nice. Okay, we are back. That was not fun. I don't know. I love grocery shopping with my kids, but Target is not meant to be a place where you go with 3 little boys. Target's a place to go when your husband's watching the kids and you have all evening, and you can go in there and like make smart decisions and weigh the pros and the cons and actually look at stuff. Yeah, too much browsing happening in Target for my little boys. They like the grocery runs where we just keep it moving. Anyway, I did get a few groceries, bananas, vinegar, just some stuff I really needed. And then Josh was out of a bunch of stuff. He's into this bar soap lately, so I got him some more of that. Dr. Squatch is what he had before, and then also this Duke Cannon stuff. I just got this one because I thought it smelled good, but ooh, it smells so good. Oh, I love it. Anyway, also mighty patches for me, because the Lord likes to remind me once a month that I'm still a teenager and I'm still young, because I get a big giant zit every once a month. It's so annoying, and you guys are getting blessed with it in this video. Oh, and also nail polish remover. As far as the jeans, so I was able to return only 3 pairs because it's up to a year. You can't return jeans after that. And then I got 3 pairs of jeans for my 3-year-old. These are joggers. Slim, and then here's the ripped up jeans. I'll just turn them into little shorts for summertime for my 3-year-old. That'll be fine. I was kind of annoyed. I wish I would have, if I would have returned these in January, which they were ripped in January already, but if I would have returned them in January, I could have got a full refund, but I was a little late on the game. So yeah, if you didn't know, Cat and Jack, you can return your jeans up to a year if you have the receipt or a record that you bought them there. The jeans were all 25% off, so it looks like all of them were either $9 or $10.50, and one pair for some reason was $13.50. I'm not sure why. Are you in Mama's way? Yeah. Are you gonna be in the reel too? Say hi. I'm not gonna get anything done with you around. Okay, so here they all are. It's 6 different dresses from their Easter collection, and I think I already know which one I'm going to pick, but I would love to hear your feedback, and you guys can shop these. They are currently, if you're watching the video on Thursday when it goes live, they are launching on Thursday, today, so they should be available for you to shop right now. And they often will sell out of dresses, especially in certain sizes, so I would check it out while you can. I also have a link down below for you that you can use to shop through. And yeah, enough blabbing, let's put these on. By the way, my phone camera is set up right here because I'm gonna be filming a reel. I'm gonna try to hit 2 birds with 1 stone. And I'm putting a little invisible piece of tape on the floor so I know where to put my toe, so I'm lined up every time so the transitions can go very smoothly. So check me out on Instagram if you'd like to see the end result of this, which I have no guarantees. Okay, I put the blue one on first because there's a lot of blue in this collection, and note about Inherit, they are all about modest outfits, and so you're gonna see that there's a V-neck on a lot of these dresses, but it's not gonna be a low one. This is one of those dresses you probably wanna put on before you comb your hair. Depends how big your hair is, I guess, but the neckline does not expand at all, it's not stretchy. This dress is fully lined and very dramatic in the skirt, and it has the flutter sleeves. Even the sleeves are fully lined. It's just super good quality. Like, you're gonna have this dress for so many occasions. It doesn't scream Easter, it doesn't scream specifically any holiday particularly, and I think it's just such a flattering color. I do not have this color in my closet in a dressy dress. Also, there's ruching, but just at the waist, so it gives you that nice hourglass shape. I feel like this would be great on a lot of different body types. Also, it is fully lined, so you don't have to worry about underwear lines or see-through sheerness, anything like that. Just everything was thought through with this one. But you know me, I'm a little extra, so we gotta keep going here, see what else we have. Okay, this next dress comes in 2 colors, so I'm gonna put it on the screen side by side so you can see. The first one is this really pretty blue floral. Everything, again, is fully lined. These sleeves are just so extra. I love them. Again, with the modest V neckline and the ruched waist. But there's one obvious difference, as you can see. No maxi in this one. This is actually a tad short for my everyday wear and definitely for church. But I love how when you have a dress like this, you can sit down and it easily covers like all of your leg. Very modest sitting. I just know for me, this is not gonna work. But I think for a lot of you that are maybe shorter, you're gonna be so happy to find a dress that is not swallowing you up. Also, if you have like a shorter daughter, a teen girl or something, I think she would absolutely love this. The pink is such a pretty color. Like they nailed it with that pink. It's like a dusty mauve rose color, I would say. Very 1990s. I just love this dress all around. I just wish it was like 2 inches longer just for mom life, you know? For those of you that's not a consideration for you, I definitely recommend. I love this one. It's so fun and flirty and so springy. There's a ruffle tier on the bottom, fully lined. I don't want to take it off. It's so fun. Guys, I just discovered this one, not the blue floral twin to this one, but just this pink one, has pockets. Inherit, I see what you're doing, hiding little Easter eggs in your Easter collection. I see you. By the way, you know I'm saving my favorites for last. We're halfway done. This is the 4th one, and it has puff sleeves. They are not super tight, so they will not be uncomfortable. And then we have a different V neckline this time with a little yoke at the top here, and we're switching fabrics. All the other 3 that I tried on were like that gauzy, filmy fabric that needs a lining. This one, while it does have a lining because it's white and Inherit always leaves no stone unturned, there is the lining here. This is a cotton dress. So you can see that it has a little more body to it and it would possibly wrinkle, but cotton is always a favorite. This one has pockets and it has the ruching at the waist. And I'm in a small, I believe, in all these so far. And this one definitely feels looser than the other ones. It has a little more room in the waist. It doesn't scrunch in quite as tightly, so consider that. Maybe that's something you want. They do come down the way to an extra small, so this is not quite their smallest size. Very pretty print as well. I'll come a little closer so you guys can see it. That blue and white is so, I would say, on trend, but also classic at the same time. And I feel like I need to do a sit test in all of these because I just feel so ladylike. Okay, this one is so fun, and I think the definition of an Easter dress. We're back to the gauzy fabric. We're back to the flutter sleeves, but this time they're two-toned, fully lined everything. Again, we have the ruched waist and the modest V neckline. But look, even the hem is two-toned. There's an extra ruffle down there in the white pattern. And I'll just step a little closer here so you can see both patterns. Oh, it's so fun. And you know what? It's still not so over the top. Like sometimes Easter dresses can be so over the top. This one you can still mother in, I feel. I just feel like a princess. And you might be thinking, Megan, isn't this your favorite? I thought you said you're saving the best for last. Well, I think this last one is gonna be the one I pick. I don't know, I love this one too. It's a toss up between this one and the next one. Okay, and this is the last one. The longer you look at it, the more details you notice. This one, I would go out on a limb and say I believe is nursing friendly. Has a snap right here. We have the smocked waist only again. And there's a little hidden ruffle right here that you noticed after a second glance. The sleeves are extra fun. We have the short ruffle, and we have the long flutter. And this again, you can see is that gauzy fabric, fully lined sleeves, fully lined skirt. And the skirt also has a ruffle tier at the bottom. And I think why this one's my favorite is just because it feels so luxe and thought out, and there's so many little details in it. And I just love the color. I think it's just such a pretty, I feel like a porcelain doll in it or something. I think that's what it is. So fun. It's like girly, but yet mature too. I feel like any age could wear this one. I don't know, this one or the last one. The last one's really fun too. That's a little more Eastery, I feel. But this one, I could wear for all occasions. You know, it doesn't say Easter as much. Either way, it's a good problem to have. I'll probably wait to decide until you guys give your input. But as always, Inherit has an amazing return policy, so it's really not that hard to ship something back if it's just not for you, it doesn't work out. So no stress in that case, and I will leave links for everything down below for you. And thank you for supporting my channel. When you guys shop through them, it makes it possible for me to partner with Inherit, and I have something cooking, something in the works, so keep your eye out for that. It's not for a while, guys. I'm cooking, this is like slow cooker cooking, not the microwave. this video, I saved the worst for last. The paperwork category is always my least favorite. I'll let you know in a second what I need to do here, but I'm trying to make it fun. Sitting out here in the sun porch, the disco ball dots are going, and Josh is golfing. It's a Sunday afternoon. The kids are napping. I made myself just a standard brown sugar cinnamon iced latte, but I had a bunch of heavy whipping cream in the fridge and I needed to use it up. So I made a bunch of homemade whipped cream, and I actually mixed some of it into my homemade yogurt. And we tried the yogurt drops once in our freeze dryer, and so now I want to try it again with whipped cream in it. I googled it and you can definitely do that. So yeah, we're gonna try different versions of that and see what we think, because the kids devoured the first batch in like a day. So wow, okay, that one's really good. Pretty springy cup from Anthropologie. I also added a little spring touch to my coffee bar. I changed out the printable. I don't know what is about, if you have a kitchen like me that you don't really love, or you're waiting for it to get redone, or it's just not ideal, it's a rental, like whatever. And no, I'm not gonna say an ugly kitchen, but just not your ideal. Putting a printable on the wall is just so, I don't know, it makes it feel like yours. You can add your personality, you know, however you want to. I just got that one off of Etsy and I love it. Also, my dress is putting me in a good mood. It is not a skirt, it is a sundress from TJ Maxx of all places. I love this pink print, and then I just styled it with a rolled up, I used a hair tie here and I just rolled up my tee. And I think it's really cute because tonight we're going to small group at our friend's house. So that'll be fun with church. Anyway, on the agenda for today is the first one I'm excited about. I've decided to do, I do a vision board every year, and I don't know, I just enjoy it. I like graphic design and I like having it on my phone that I can look at and just like feel inspired, you know? And I decided this year to do it by quarter. And so the winter quarter is just about up, and so I need to start on the next quarter, which will be like first day of spring through the last day of school. So basically springtime, you know? I was pretty on track. Actually, it took me up until like last week to finish some of these off, but a lot of these things I want to carry on into the next season. So I'm just gonna work on a little spring inspired vision board for this quarter. But the other thing I have to do that I dread so much, and I'm sure some of you would like really enjoy this a lot, but Baylor just turned 1 and I don't have a baby book for him. I didn't even start one. And I want to get his first year in a book printed right now, so at least he has that. I can't promise that he's gonna have all the other years, but I want him to have that. The kids love looking at pictures when they were babies and they just think it's so fascinating. So I definitely want to do that, at least put all his favorite people in there. He can maybe learn their names, but I'm not gonna make it super fancy or anything. I just wanna, done is better than perfect in this case. And I just hate it. I would definitely hire somebody to do this for me if they could think like I do and know what pictures I would want. That takes the most time. Going through, I take so many pictures. It's just like a sickness of mine. I feel like if they're doing something cute, I gotta pull up my camera and take a picture of it. I don't know why, but I'm also one of those people that loves to revisit the photos too. So kids just grow so fast, and I love documenting all the cute little funny things they do and say. And anyway, so I have to weed through all that, figure out which ones to use, and that'll be my little project for this afternoon. You know, probably spend some time planning in my planner as well. Probably print myself out another spring reset checklist for next week. You guys can get that again down below. There's a link for it. But yeah, today is the first day of spring. If you're watching this the day the video comes up, I would love to know, how are you celebrating? What are you doing? Does Rita's Ice still do their free ice on the first day of spring? I don't know. For me, I'm gonna celebrate by switching out my front porch wreath. I have a really pretty like basket that I made up one year with just like silk flowers in it. I want to change out the bow because it's really faded. I got some gingham ribbon at Hobby Lobby. So I'm gonna change that out, hang it on the front porch, and then spring is officially ushered in at the Fox household. I'm so excited. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Check out all those Inherit clothes if you're looking for a special spring dress. And also Mary Ruth's has offered an amazing code for you on their website or on Amazon, my preference, so that you can get 20% off of their amazing, good quality, transparent gummies, liquid vitamins, all the things to set your family up for success. So thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.
Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy.
Good job. Good job. Did you get it on camera?
Yeah.